Hey guys, this is Rob John Webb here for Wax-A-Disc, and what I'm going to show you today is a track I've just made, well, a little demo that I've just made using just one synthesizer. Okay, so sometimes when you've got a load of plugins and synths, you get overwhelmed and you think, oh, I need the sound from this and what sound can I get from that, and you end up trawling through loads and loads of different things, and in the end you end up making very little. It's a very common thing. I've done it myself. It's nothing bad. It's just sometimes you just have to step back and go, do you know what? I'm going to try one thing with one synth. And what I've done here today is I've used one free plugin called the FB3200 by Full Bucket, which is an old Korg replica. And basically I've made like a cosmic disco track out of it, you know, a kind of a new disco sort of thing, using literally the presets in that. So I'm just going to show you how easy it is just to make a track just like that. With using one plugin. Obviously I've got a couple of beats from somewhere. I've just got a kick and a hi-hat and a clap and a percussive loop, but other than that everything else is just off the one synthesizer. So let's take a look at what we're doing. Right, so the track here, look, I've got it up here. Let's get the FP3200 up first. It looks like this, the Full Bucket 3200. It's the polyphonic synthesizer, and it's basically an old Korg thing, as I said, and it's got in it loads of cool presets. There's tons in there. Some of them are a bit dull, but obviously it's an old 70s synth, so you've got to understand that. But with a little bit of tweaking and, you know, a little bit of creation, a bit of creative, you know, flow, you can come up with something pretty cool. And this is what I've done. It's a basic little track, kind of a bit breakbeat, kind of, you know, funky disco, new disco sort of. So there you go, a little demo there, showing you the capabilities of this. So I'm going to run through it now and just give you some ideas on how to do that. So the FB3200 is available in the link below. You can get it from their Full Bucket website, and it's completely free for both Mac and PC. And they've got some really cool synths on there that have just, you know, they could charge good money for, but they don't. So first things first, I just did some chords, and in that I used the Wurlitzer sound, which is obviously the old kind of whirly sort of thing, and it's just. So it's a really nice sort of, you know, fat kind of bendy sort of synth, very spacey. So I just dropped those chords in. They're just like. So that was that. If you want to see the pattern of that, you can have a look there, and you can take from that what you will. So there you go. Look, that's the chords for that. And okay, so that was that. And then I thought, right, okay, get a kick drum in there. So just put a kick in. Some claps on, hi-hats, and a perk. Just a very basic beat, just to show you the demo. And the next up then, I just duplicated the FP, and I got a lead line from a bass synth called the TB Wannabe. Now obviously this comes like this up. You can modulate it up the octave. But what I did was I pitch bent the sound, so I went like this. Just a tiny, tiny little bit of pitch bending. And just gives it a load of character and gives it that genuine sort of late 70s, early 80s boogie feel. So yeah, so I put that on it with it, and it goes like so. that in a bit actually. So that was that. And then I decided to get a nice bass line in there. Obviously, I've got a very arpeggiated kind of bass going off, which is, and that's just called the simple bass. Bit of EQ on it. Very rubbery, very Daft Punk kind of bass. And the bass notes, obviously, they're just two octaves in an arpeggiated style. So from one octave to the other, F, A, D, E, and A. So that was the bass line. Then I needed to get a sequencer, kind of an arpeggio itself. So this sound that comes from it is the up and down synth look. I've not done anything to it. I've just put the chords in and dropped them on top. Put that on with the Rhodes, which gives it that choppy feel. So there you go. So that was that. Next up, there's a little sound effect in there that I wanted to use, which is it's off an old arcade machine. This is, I'm sure it is, Galaxian or something like that. But it's this. It's that classic falling star sort of sound, and that's just called the glitter sound in there, the sound effects, and that just works really nice on top. So it goes like so. And it's just for effect, really, nothing special. And then I thought I'd have something for the transition. So in there is another sound called the Rise, which is a pad sound, and that goes like this. That's like a wicked sound, that is. And I've just held down the last chord here, which is A7, and it goes like this. So the Rise sound, and that's it. It does it all for you. And then, so the final sound that I put in a second lead line, just so that it has a different sort of groove to it. And that one's called the Paraphonic Reso. And I've just turned the volume up a little bit here. All you do really with this is the cutoffs here, your attack and so forth here, if you want to, shorten the length of the attack or whatever. But really, I've just turned the volume up, and I've just turned the attacks and the cutoffs, slightly. But there's a whole host of stuff that you can do on here, which is just, some real experimental stuff. There's got good arpeggios on here and loads of things you can do with it if you want to spend some time working it through. But as it stands, a straight out of the box free VST, it is really good for this kind of thing. Second lead line then. So there you go, that's it, just a quick short 10-minute tutorial showing you the capabilities of the FB3200, which is free, and you can make some pretty cool cosmic funk with it. You can download it and use it for a lot of other stuff, obviously, but you want those kind of late 70s kind of sounds for your disco house tracks and stuff, then go and grab this. The link's in the thing below. Don't forget to get in touch if you want one-to-one mentoring with me, and I will be in touch with you if you do at waxadisc.com. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Take care.